Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Season 11. We're here with Round 1. It's a brand new day for the Sim Racing Alliance. It's going to be a little bit more punishing out here during qualifying.
It's definitely a hard one here. It's what it's like. It's very, very punishing.
For all the way in Germany, this will be the first time we see this in the team series here. This is a track where you will be driving the track, not as much driving the drivers on the track.
Very brave is the Ferrari to get the move done.
He does get the position done.
Oh, huge contact, and they're both going to go around. It's going to be a huge move up the inside.
He's been using every bit of the track.
Pedal to the metal, foot to the floor.
And we're off and away for SRA.
Alright, welcome racing fans to the legendary Autodromo di Monza. This is round 4 of the GT3 Sim Racing Alliance Division 6. It's going to be an action-packed day as drivers tackle one of the fastest circuits in the world with its iconic straights and tight chicanes. This historic 5.8 kilometre track is sure to challenge every driver and car and driver today. And that's from the high-speed blast down the main straight to the technical corners like the famous Lesmos and Variante Ascari. Precision and bravery are going to be key. How many daring moves are we going to see in Division 6? And the pressure is well and truly on. This is a first time stream today, so I am Jake Weezy, and if I sound a little bit funny, that's because I'm not using my normal microphone, so I do apologise. And I'm joined by the former Division 6 champion, Alexander Giordano, for the debut hosting of the session. So welcome, Alexander. How are you going? How are you feeling ahead of this race?
I've been doing well. I'm super excited for Monza to see what these D6 drivers can do today.
Absolutely. Well, look, why don't we go over to the track map and then you can give us a walkthrough of, or I can give us a walkthrough of Monza. Alright, so we're here, like I said, round 4 for the Division 6 Monza race. We'll go through the points in just a minute and see exactly where everybody's stacking up. As we said though, it's a 5.7 kilometre straight, 3.6 miles for our American and North American friends over there, Freedom units. We start off with a very long straight, as if you don't know what Monza or anything about Monza, but we'll talk you through it. You go through first Primo Variante, or Prima Variante, which is turn 1 and turn 2. Then we go into, I believe this is the Curva Boisamo, which is a long right-hander, into the Seconde Variante, which is turns 4 and 5. Now that is really key to making sure that you keep your speed going through those corners, because that can make or break your corner. And without any sort of a break whatsoever, you're into Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2, setting you up for another long straight down to the Variante Ascari, which again is make or break. We saw the likes of George Russell in the Formula 1 go out there, and we saw plenty of people in yesterday's races in Division 1 and Division 3 also finding a similar fate. I think the same as Division 5. And then all the way down to, it's still in my mind, it's still called Parabolica, but I know that they've decided to change that name. But for today, we're going to keep it as Parabolica. So that's it. It's 11 turns. It's a pretty simple track, but with a simple track means every turn, every input counts. So we're going to see how our guys in Division 6 are going to fare today. And with that, let's go ahead and go onto our sponsor screen. All right, and as always, a huge thank you to our SRA sponsors and title sponsors for supporting us here at SRA, as well as support from Documise, a modern business solution for product management. Go to documise.com to learn more today. And support from Retro Saga, a North American-based gaming company that provides accessories for your favorite classic systems, including Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, and much more. Enhance your retro gaming experience today at retrosaga.ca. And a big thank you as well to our affiliates, Track Racer. Experience redefined gaming with Track Racer's high-quality sim rigs and accessories. Use code SRATE at checkout to support us. That's SRATE. And Armamentario, a toolbox for ACC that will enhance your chance to win. Enjoy a fully customizable and enhanced hub to change the way you experience ACC. AT 3D Sim Shop. Upgrade your sim racing experience with premium 3D printed accessories featuring precision crafted magnetic shifters, sleek cable management solutions, versatile stream deck mounts, and immersive dashboard displays. Their innovative designs enhance performance and style. Elevate every lap with top tier quality and craftsmanship at at3d.net. Go Setups, premium esports setups for everyone. Use our affiliate link on our Discord and take your drive to the next level. And guys, if you want to join our Discord, whether it's to become a potential racer or just to take the benefits of our affiliate links, then the Discord link is in the description below at the bottom of the YouTubes. Castle and Cauldron, a home-based crafting business specialising in handmade Harry Potter, fantastic beasts and fairy world collectibles, magic wands, potions, mini dioramas, wall decor, costumery, cosplay, and much more. Castle and Cauldron is where crafting meets the magical. Visit facebook.com/Castle Cauldron. And finally, from KP Concepts, your source for custom automotive renderings, graphic designs, and printing. We spend countless hours making you look good, all for the spectacle. And check out kpconcepts.com for more. That's kpconcepts.com for more. And as always, as we said at the beginning, thank you to all of our league sponsors. You can see everybody's name there. A few familiar names like yours truly, Jake Easy. And if you guys want to support what we do, then please head on over to our Discord and find out more about how you can become a sponsor yourself. So, now that you guys have listened to me waffle on for a little bit and go through everything, let's head over to the drivers' P1 standings. So, as we said, Alexander, we're into round 4. So why don't you take us through the top 5, where they're standing on the points, and also let me know, because you were a former D6 driver, who you got your eye on today.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, at the top of the standings at the moment, we got Ghislaine Smith, followed closely by the other May, JP May, at 200 points. We got Stefan Pellerin completing the top 3 at 186, Rob Warren at 177, and Mark DC at 160. Yeah, so that's the top 5, and the rest of the standings go as is. Definitely a few people that I'm eyeing, one of which is actually not in the standings.
Is it maybe on the P2 standings?
Yep, so let's go with the teams though. Yep, so at the... So
don't forget the P2 as well, we've got to represent.
P2, sorry.
There you go, just to finish it off.
Oh, and then there we go, and there's the name I was talking about, Dave Paganini, by far the fastest quali person, so I'll definitely be looking out for him today. Finished 3rd, I believe, in the D5 and D6 practice race on Monday.
Okay, so I think Dave is a new addition, isn't he?
Exactly, yes, I think it's his first race this week, but from what I've heard in the servers, he does seem to be known among the community, so I don't think it's his first rodeo.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And for the team standings in D6, we got the Balling Bentley boys up top with a healthy lead on 2nd, with Lamble Corician in 2nd place. Great name, great name. We got Pigeon X with Matt Moon and Dan Mayer. Matt Moon actually the previous D6 silver champion from last year. Followed closely by Aston Safety Car in 4th. And to top off the top 5, we got the Midfield Masters.
Well, let's hope the Aston Safety Cars do better than the real one did here at the Formula 1. So.
Hopefully. I mean, if they're sitting at 4th at the moment, probably doing well for themselves at the moment.
That's awesome. Well, that is all of the standings, guys. So as you can see, it's absolutely packed at the top, especially within the driver standings, but also within the teams. Maximum points here mean that, honestly, anywhere from 1st to 5th is really up for grabs. In fact, more than 5th. So it just means that this midpoint, before we go into the mid-season break, everything is to play for, especially for a lot of those top players. So we are in the middle of qualifying, so let's hop on over to the race and check in with our guys and see how we're getting on.
Yep, so the silver drivers actually already finished their qualifying. So from top to bottom, we got Gordon Beverly Jr. at the top of the silvers, followed by Mummery very closely, only 1/10 behind. We got Zipperburn Sr., Colt, Acom, Beckstead, Muntean, Santos, Leatherwood, Neely, and Parkinson to round off our silver division.
That is awesome. And if you just do me a favor of switching me over on the Discord into the ACC, because otherwise everything's a bit small for me. So stand by, guys, while we do that.
Just stop that. And technical difficulties. There we
It's
go.
to be expected. It's fine. It's fine.
There we go.
We get there. The guys get to see the important stuff. Okay, so what was it? 1:49.9. That's a handy time for a D6. But yeah, look at how close they are at the top. Everybody, I mean, even the top silvers are, the top 6 are within a second. So.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're
that's
definitely competing against each other very closely. I expect, though, like I mentioned earlier, Paganini to maybe even have a sub 58 in him today. We'll see.
Well, let's go ahead and watch Paganini. Is Paganini?
Yeah, Paganini, I think, yep.
So we'll click on his name and watch him go around the track. There we go. Oh, he's in the Lexus as well. That's a cheat code, to be honest, for Monza. Absolute cheat code. But they're just, so these guys are all just now, so the way it worked in SRA is the first 10 minutes are reserved for our silver drivers, and then now we're into the business end with our gold drivers. Normally gives them a bit of a benefit. They normally have a more optimal track to really go down and lay down some impressive lap times. So, yeah, I mean, can you remember what Paganini's practice lap times were?
Oh, I mean, he was doing, I think he was in the low 48s on practice, but I heard through the Vine branches that he had done some faster and like the non-online servers, so we'll see if he's able to repeat that in quali or not. But yeah, definitely a fast driver.
I see he's been doing a bit of practice offline.
Exactly.
Just, really,
not sure if it's Monza specific or if he'll always be this fast, but that's definitely he could compete. Like if you're doing a sub 58 at Monza, you can compete in D4 with those types of times.
Oh, 100%. I think Monza's one of those ones that, you know, I mean, definitely for me, I think I've got like 80 hours on Monza. You know, it's like the bread and butter for a lot of ACC drivers. So it always, I think, especially for these Lexuses or Lexi and Bentleys, always has a bit of an advantage. But I think the beautiful thing about Monza is, and we saw it in the practice laps as well. You know, there are people in silver classifications and lower divisions that can really put in a decent lap time around here. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a mixed bag for sure. There's going to be some dark horses. There's going to be some names we didn't expect at the top, and we are here for it.
Oh, 100%. It kind of reminds me of the Nordschleife in that reason. There's some specialists that have a lot of hours logged on to this specific track. So,
yeah.
We'll see.
Shout out to the Boonstra, or Boonschleife as she's known.
Boonschleife, okay.
Looking at the map, it looks like we've got Olsen and Ghislaine Smith have gone ahead and put up some competitive times at the top. So who's gone to the top now? Because I think
so we have Mark
Emily
Allen.
G's been toppled.
Yep, so we have Mark Allen that put in a 49.5, followed closely by Olsen, and Warren just put in a number 3. So let's get on board with.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see, Pellerin is actually 0.6 ahead of his lap.
So he's definitely on an improvement. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of improvement. If we just scroll up on the leaderboard a little bit so we see the top as they come through.
Oh, exactly. I mean, a lot of the fast guys are now just putting in their first decent lap, so Delta's looking very, very good at the moment. The likes of Pellerin, Baum, May, and all that are definitely going to look to go into the 49s.
There we go. Paganini goes 7th on the first lap. Definitely more time in that, I reckon, for him.
Pellerin about almost a second and a half ahead of his 151.1. So if he keeps,
that'll be good enough for a good position.
Oh yeah, for sure. That'll put him into the top. That'll put him at the low 150s. But that delta just keeps climbing over a second and a half right now.
Go on, Pellerin.
Going into Parabolica on the last straight.
Ooh, taking it wide. I like it. It's dangerous, but there you go. 3rd place. Wash.
We got Olsen about 0.4 ahead of his PB at the moment.
And there you go. Straight to the top for Olsen. He means business today.
Exactly. Okay. Paganini.
And so you're driving the Lamborghini today, this season, right? So how did you find the Lamborghini around Monza?
A lot better than I expected. It's not known for its top speed, but it more than makes up for it. As you mentioned earlier, not a lot of curbs and turns to maximize at Monza, so definitely can go get that little extra rotation that other cars can't. So yeah, it felt pretty good, to be honest.
Awesome. Unlike the GTR, but we won't touch on that topic. There's no GTR in this division today, so we don't have to listen to my woes about my GTR performance. But needless to say, I qualified last, and I'm obviously over it, as you can tell. But yeah, I think Olsen's putting in almost better lap times than I did. I think faster qualifying lap time than I did. So, and I'm in Division 3.
Up and then
Pagadini goes
yeah, and then there's how we say get Pagadini up 13 hundredths of a second on Olsen. Let's see if still a few minutes left, still a few laps in them.
Definitely. Yeah, he's still probably got 2 laps left for Pagadini if he's got the fuel.
Yep, no, for sure.
Rob Warren's another dark horse, I think, especially in that Bentley. Him and JP May, definitely keep an eye out for them.
Oh, for sure. They'll if they can get a good exit out of Parabolica, their top end speed will not to be it's not to be trifled with on that first straight. Definitely can go get some passes just with the raw speed of the car. At the moment,
I like the livery.
Yeah, no, very nice, very clean.
What's he got on the back there? Oh god, I dare not ask. I dare not ask.
At the moment, he's fighting for a top 3 spot. He's about 4 tenths faster than his PB, and it's just growing out of Parabolica here.
I'm trying to see if we've got any golds that have called it quits for the time being, but they are all out on track, which is exciting. So it's going to be a good lap. We're about to go over now, so we just have crossover into the last lap threshold now. So we'll do probably, I think there's somebody still coming on the back straight there. They'll probably be the last people. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Yep.
We are getting a crunch time.
I think.
Oh, I will say that.
Just as you curse it, car 208.
Sorry.
He was already back to pit, didn't even have time to go get him.
He just said, nah, it's done.
Alright, well, we got JP May on a valid lap, already 2 tenths ahead of his best going into Curve Grande.
Oh, so he's absolutely nailed that 10-1. It's the best feeling in the world, but it's also the worst when you mess it up. Let's see what JP. So this is now. I wonder if the Bentleys are they taking the option over the curves? No, he's taking it around. Yeah, smart. I tried to go over the curves, got myself a drive-through, so no, I'd advise against it.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with the Bentley, to be honest. It's the first time I see it. There was no Bentleys last season in my division, or for most any division, I would say.
I like how people are being a bit brave with their car choices. I know I was in Division 5 last season, and it was pretty much Porsche, McLaren, and
and Ferrari. Lots of Ferraris we had in D6. I think half of the. I think last year in D6 and in D5, half of the division was just Ferrari and McLaren.
It was 100%.
Something.
It was quite fun though. I mean, it meant that people races were quite balanced. So how have we got at the moment? Is anybody making a run? We've still got Paganini on top.
We'll go look at him, looking to run for that pole. If he just keeps his delta, he's a half a second ahead right now. He'll go into the 1:47.7s approximately, which will give him pole if he can just stick at the Parabolica.
Yep. Goes 5th.
Yep, goes up to 5th. Excellent time by him. And Paganini 7 tenths up right now in Parabolica if he can just keep it steady.
Look at this.
Easily gets pole.
1:48.6. Saving the best to last.
Yep, so we got a few people left on track. We got Mark Allen trying to ameliorate his time.
27. Yeah.
At the moment.
So this is the teammate of the Cesare that I cursed. So hopefully he can do something.
Yep, we still got Mayer and Lombardo on track, but not looking to make their times any better at the moment. Oh, Allen just misses the turn and just calls it quits.
Yeah,
we got one.
It's a sky before he make or break.
Exactly. I mean, he didn't want to waste anyone's time. He just missed a turn, and even we got Mark Allen here about 6 tenths up on his time. Probably not going to be able to recuperate that all in the last turn, but just doing it for the form, I guess.
He just wants that extra bit of screen time. We see you, man. We see you. That's cool. Oh, and he goes invalid.
Oh, just a little bit wide. Oh, well.
Oh.
Okay, so
So if you go back, press escape again, and then go to drive.
Yeah.
Or return to garage and then drive again.
It's not.
Give it a second. It will do. But that's fine for now. Why don't you take us back to the commentary screen, and then we can run through the top 10, and we can run through what we're expecting whilst these guys are all sorting themselves out.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so if we look at the order of the qualifying, we got. Should we actually just do it like this? No, I can't press on drive yet. I would have liked to go through the grid, but oh well.
That's fine. Well, what we'll do anyway in the meantime is I'll explain as well for those of you that might be tuning in for the first time, or you might be watching maybe somebody, one of your friends or families racing as well. I'll explain how this all works. So there's a full formation lap at the beginning, so they get the chance to make sure they get all their tyres into the right areas, make sure that they get their cars as tuned and set up as they want for that formation lap, brakes in the right place, everything like that. Then they'll all form up at the end. The race is an hour long, so 60-minute race with one mandatory pit stop. They can't refuel in that time, so there's no refueling allowed at all. So they've got to start full fuel, and they have to change tyres at least once. So that's a minimum of 30-second pit stop. So these guys are guaranteed one pit, and that can be make or break. You can lose a lot of time or gain a lot of time in the pits if they do it correctly, which I never seem to do personally. I don't know if you have any more luck with it, Alexander. But they have one chance to pit, and then that's it. They're out 60 minutes and see who's the winner and takes it all at the end.
Absolutely, and just chiming in on that pit mention that you said, definitely a lot of time to lose. Just not stopping exactly on the line can lose you precious seconds because the crew has to scoot you forward to the line, and 30 seconds to race.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, you can take us through a driver lineup then, as it all finalised in the end.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see here. So if we go one by one, we have Pakagini on pole, followed on the first line of the grid by Olsen. We got Smith.
I tell you what, though, I want to see their
liveries.
liveries. So when you flip the camera and we'll see,
what would be
we'll
the
rate
best
their
one?
liveries as they come along.
What would be the best one, sorry?
Just go to keep scrolling through. Let's see what we get.
There's like no good one.
We can just keep it with a heli cam then for the time being.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We won't be able to quite see it.
Okay, well, let's start over
You can see them
then with
wiggle
that.
up and warm up.
Look at their liveries here. So yeah, so like I said, on pole, on the first line of the grid, we have Pakagini, followed by Olsen. In third, we got Ghislaine Smith, followed by Rob Warren, JP May in fifth, Stephen Pellerin, Mark Allen, Mark DC, Brad Charlon, Gordon Beverly Jr., Corey Mummery. Well, there's supposed to be Dan Mayer in 12th. I don't know where he is.
Yeah,
But,
he's in the pit, so I wonder, did he have a
pit start maybe, or did he have a little bug? Oh, well, we'll see that. Maybe we'll know more in chat, see what happened. But yeah, Dan Mayer should have been in 12th there, but he's starting in the pits apparently. We got Zipper Burns Sr., Curry Colt, Cesar Pizzuto, Brian Acombe, Daniel Beckstead, Justin Montine, Michael Santos, Cleveland Leatherwood, Thomas Neely, and Tim Parkinson. And we got Dan Mayer, and as we mentioned earlier, in the pits.
That's all good. Well, we'll just wait for them to come around on their formation lap now. Yeah. So you said you got your eye on Packet. How do you pronounce it?
Paganini.
Paganini. Okay. All right. We'll blame that on my Englishness.
Yeah, just say it 3 times really fast to get your jitters out on that name.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the quality laps are representative to what I saw on the practice laps on the server. Okay. Olsen, Smith were up there, but you can never count out Warren, Mayer, Pellerin. They've been doing very well this season thus far. And yeah, but like we know in Monza, T1 always very dangerous. Ascari has caused a lot of victims yesterday, just people spinning out on their own at the end of their stints when the tires were giving out. So person in the right place in the right moment can be could get some places just by keeping their nose clean on their end.
And who was so within the Sim Racing Alliance, we also have Coach Jeffrey's Academies, and he always makes the predictions for the race. Can you remember who the predictions were for these two?
I'll go and verify that real quick. I know that we were bamboozled and someone else put a prediction in the chat and we thought it was Coach, but it wasn't Coach, so I only remember theirs. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Okay, so the official Coach Jeffrey's predictions are he had Ghislaine Smith winning the race in D6 Gold and Corey Colt winning the D6 Silver category.
All right. Well, look, they're all lining up. So as they come around and try and get themselves established in Muttons, they're like 4th and 5th. They come around Parabolica nice and slow. Now the goal here is to stay within your slot and eventually no more than 70 kilometers an hour as they all come around. Now it does look like Paganini's a bit far ahead there of the tracks. So.
Just slowing down a little bit. So the
there we go. Yeah.
Okay, they're all grouping up. Probably got the prompt.
Yeah, you don't want to get jumped. But here they go then, as they are approaching, waiting for the green light.
Green light, go, go, go.
All right, and we have green light. SRA Nation Division 6.
Oh, we got a great jump by Olsen.
Great stuff from Olsen there. Especially as they're going to be on the outside as well. But is Paganini going to try and hold it on the inside with that Lexus speed?
Oh, he does have overlap, so he's entitled to the turn.
Yeah, it looks like but he's going to have the outside going around.
Oh, and there's already drama.
Contact.
Oh no!
Oh no, guys, hold your brakes.
It's already
when
all
you skip
done.
back and have a look,
yeah,
it looks like a massive. Oh no!
Yeah, we're gonna definitely go for the replay on that. Where's everyone?
Oh, we're gonna have to. Oh
yeah,
no,
we're gonna go for the replay. I think. Replay is. I'm gonna go 30 seconds back just to make sure.
That's okay. Let's take a look. Give it a second. It will come around.
Yeah, maybe 30 seconds was a bit ambitious.
I think he's simply trying to comprehend exactly what happens. So.
Oh, wait a minute. I think Okay, there we go.
Oh, here we go. He was thinking about it. So it looks here like, so who's this? Is this JP May or Rob Warren maybe?
Yeah, this is. Yeah, that's Ghislaine, and Ghislaine gets taken out. Yeah. Well,
and then look at that. It's just a
then it's
just,
yeah. Something's definitely.
Oh, guys. Well, what can I say?
I mean, that's Monza. I don't know what happened with the. Okay, there we go. It's back now.
There we go.
We'll go with the basic for the time being. Something's going on with my race control at the moment, so.
That's all right. So if we go wide around Parabolica there. So what position is that? That's position. That's P3. Rob Warren going a bit wide. Looks like Alan's going to try and maximise it down the straight, but I hate to tell Alan, but he's trying to go on the straight against the Bentley. I don't think the 296 is going to have the legs together. So if I was him, I'd get behind Rob, try and maximise that draft as much as possible. Look, it's as if he's listening to me. Look at that. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave it on this for a second and just restart my race control because something happened.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It looks like Rob had a great getaway from there. Alan, on the other hand, looks like he lost the rear end a bit. So it looks now as if Rob's trying to get into the clear. There's a massive gap, it should be said. So we're looking at least a 5-second gap between 5th and 4th place, courtesy of that troubled intro. The only thing that I'd say though is it doesn't look like there was too much damage. Everything happened at quite a low speed. So I think other than people being spun around in the wrong positions, don't think there's too much damage, which is always a good thing. But let's see what happens. Now, interestingly, as good as the start was from the first two and the breakaway that they had, It looks like Rob's catching up, so I don't know if maybe Olsen and Paganini were maybe having a little bit of a fight and slowed down and allowed Warren to catch up.
Yep, I'm gonna go.
But I don't think, yeah. There we go. So Rob's caught up. Paganini must have lost themselves. I think that was around Lesmo 1 actually. And that's allowed Rob to claw back half the distance, which is great. But it does look like, yeah, Alan has spun out at the Scari. Hopefully he holds his brake and people get through. It looks like they are at the moment.
Something's really wrong with my race control, so I'm kind of doing it manually at the moment.
That's all good. So Alan recovers themselves. Not going to be where they want to be, but that's good. So if you press, try pressing insert on the keyboard. See what that does. Nope, we don't want that.
Yeah, because it's the wrong HUD version.
So press, have you pressed F2?
Oh.
Okay, and then take it to broadcast. Broadcasting?
There we go.
There we
Okay,
go.
cool. Perfect,
All right.
thank you.
Okay, but it looks as the teammates are reunited now, down into 18th. It's a bit of a shame. If we press insert on the keyboard, there we go. We've got the times between them now as well. So it does look as though Zane took it like a champion. They're in 24th place. Looks like they've taken a pit as well. So you can see they've already cleared their mandatory pit. So there is the opportunity for. I kind of predict as well that they might make their way pretty well up the circuit if they can keep their tyres good as they go through.
Oh yeah, I mean, we definitely had the pace to make a run through the field. Unfortunate that he'll do all that extra work after the incident.
Yeah. Why don't we go to, I think it's 4th place now. So I think that's the beginning of the big train that we've got. That's Mark EC, I think.
Oh.
There he is. So the beginning.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
There he is.
Yeah. So
This is the beginning of the train.
Yeah. No. Exactly. We got Warren, Paganini, and Olsen like almost 8 seconds ahead of Mark. So we got a few seconds here, and this would be the start of the train. We got Colt, Charlin, May, and Mummery all within about 2 seconds of each other. So see if anyone makes a move.
That's like the second pack. It looks like we've got some packs breaking out. I think there was a bit of contact into the second chicane as well, which has created a bit of separation. But it's a long race, you know. We're 54 minutes in. We're 54 minutes left to go. There's a lot that's going to happen in these opening laps. But it does look like Olsen's separating themselves from Paganini. They've just probably got to recollect themselves. Oh, as we see a very liberal interpretation of the racing line there from, I don't know who that was. Corey Colt, was it? No, I don't know.
You know, we're looking at Corey Colt. So what do we got here? Let's see. We got Zipperborn battling for his position.
Yeah.
Only nearly a few tenths in back of him here.
That's Aston Martin and McLaren is interesting. The Aston Martin's actually quite strong around here. So I expect them to do pretty well if they can make some moves.
Yeah, I lost a bit there on chicane number 2.
If we go up to, it looks like Rob Warren might be making a potential move. Yeah, he's up to 0.4 behind Paganini now. They're right behind him, so this is for P2.
A little bit of slide. Both of them are actually catching Olsen.
Coach breaks. Yes, good recovery.
Definitely have to keep your wits about you in a Scari, not to lose your car on the curbs.
Yeah. I think we found our question as to whether or not the Bentley can take those curbs.
Yep, exactly. We have our question. But even if Warren and Paganini were battling, they still reduced the lead up to Olsen. Was it 2 seconds a second ago? No, it's up to 2.5.
5, yeah.
Now they both have a little bit of room to breathe, so they can just try and catch each other respectfully. What else do we got here?
It was interesting though, because I saw Paganini was just losing a bit of grip, especially around the Scari, and it's strange. you know, they had such a strong qualifying pace. So I wonder if it's just an added fuel. They might have made the Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean,
not doing a lot of practice on full fuel.
exactly. I mean, you can be fast on a single lap on low fuel up, and then we got a little, we got JP May just exiting there. Maybe that's the high fuel load we were talking about, just being a little bit too fast on that first chicane and just losing it and going straight.
It amazes me the difference. You know, you've got to extend your brake, and you've got to account for a bit more sort of understeer. You know, a bit more inertia in the turn.
Exactly, less
really
like more understeer, less rotation, larger braking points, and that changes every few laps as your fuel goes down during the race.
Exactly. But I think we stick with these guys. I think this is the closest fighting that we've got.
Second here.
Sorry.
Hello, screen. Just give me a second. Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, there we go.
Classic. I always have the same issue.
So.
I might want to try and full screen it though. Although I don't know.
Oh, someone into the wall there. Who was that? Into the wall. No. What car was it? I lost him. I don't know what's going on with race control. It just completely bugged, and I was Brad Charland.
If you just take us to the intermission screen for the time being, there's the other one. There we go.
Sorry, what was that?
So just take us to the silent intermission screen.
Yeah, so just give me a second here. So we'll be back in just a second. Alright, sorry about that. We are back with the actual race on the screen this time.
With the race. Guys, I want to tell you it was a fantastic few laps. I can't believe you guys missed that. Unbelievable, but no, we'll bring you the rest of it. Apologies. Right, so let's go back. So after that, talk us through. Oh, it looks like it's the beginning of the initial on parabolic with the leaders.
So let's go.
So it looks like now Paganini leads. What
happened to Olsen? Yeah, Olsen.
Olsen, I think, lost it in Parabolica. And only just recovered it.
Yeah, he's way back there. So let's just see if we can see if he has any damage on his car.
100%.
Why can't I have a... Oh well. Can't see anything.
Yeah, it's difficult when you don't have race engineering, race control. You don't get some of the angles.
Sad.
It looks clean though. If there was any damage, you think it would have been on the rear. So I think it's just a case of they probably just lost it into Parabolica.
Okay, but we got Paganini in the lead now then.
We keep it if we press F3.
It's F3. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Thanks.
So good. Now the other interesting thing is it doesn't. It looks like we've got 727. So Alan is going to the pits early. So maybe he's trying to get the pit stop out the way and done.
Where's Alan? There we go.
You should just be able to double click on the names, by the way, as well. Now take you straight to them.
Yeah, I don't see my mouse on the screen. Yeah, that's yeah.
Guys, look, this is the debut stream. We're working on it. We're working on it.
No, this is it's crazy. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong. Usually when I'm on my own, everything goes fine, but I don't know.
That's so good.
I'll try to actually get the race control working. That would be a good start. But yeah, so we got
Let's,
Alan
before
in
you
fifth.
work on that, let's flick us over to the leader and take a look at what Paganini is going on, and then see if we can get race control back up and working.
It did not appreciate my request for a replay earlier, I think.
No, no, it does sometimes do that. It does sometimes do that.
Yep, no, it just refuses to send data.
It's okay. It's not a problem. We can rock with it. It's all good.
Yeah, we'll do what we can with what we have. Yeah, so Paganini starting to pull away a little bit from Warren here. We have JP. We have a bit of a train close to 7th. Let's go check that out. Yeah, so we got Mummery, Colt, and May all following each other by about a second.
See how that develops.
Let's see, elsewhere on the field. No one is that close. Maybe we might have a battle at 15th if Beverly can go catch up to Charlene. We can go check that out.
Absolutely. It's interesting that, you know, we've got this pack at the back now, so it's going to be full of people that have pit. We've got 3, well, Lombardo, Allen, and Smith who are all taking their pits, so they'll be looking to try and work their way through this magic as well. But we've got, like, I don't know, like 4 packs developing, so we'll see how that one turns out.
Yeah, well, at least it makes it interesting that we'll have multiple battles around the field as the race goes on, and also as people start to pit within probably the next 10 to 14 minutes. We should start seeing pits coming in.
So how did you find it in terms of yesterday? When did you pit?
I pit pretty much like spot on at the mid of the race because sadly I led for the first 30 minutes, but I was the first major victim of Ascari and I just spun out all on my own. Went down to 4th and was sandwiched between 2nd and 3rd and 5th for a while. So I decided to pit, not to battle. We have
right.
Then we have Beckstead, someone spun out. Okay, we have Cleveland Underwood that lost it in chicane number 1, looking to defend from Mayer.
And Mayer is in the Porsche, right? Oh, it's Porsche on Porsche. Okay, let's see what we got.
A little bit of Porsche on Porsche action. Okay, Mayer
Yeah,
looking
he's
for the
definitely
inside. Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Very clean.
Oh, careful behind. Yeah. They all made it through.
Okay.
That's an important thing. It looks like we've got an issue at the Lesmos though, up ahead of them. Somebody went off, but they've erected themselves just about. Is that? I think it was Alan or Pizzuto, I think, that went off.
Yeah, doesn't look to be anything major though. Okay, we're at Rob Warren just at the fastest lap of the race.
And then Rob Warren is 3.4 seconds off. It'd be interesting to see with that fastest lap, hunting Paganini down. It's a shame we as a commentators missed the start, or what happened there. But it looks like we all missed what's happened there, which is a bit of a shame. We can probably find out in the post-race interviews and see what happened.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it just goes to show how much the race control gives us insight and data to work with.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
I mean, Warren, even if you put the fastest lap, he is still falling back a little bit. He was 2 seconds down a few laps ago. Now it's up to 3.3. We got Pagan.
I do running damage because Olsen, for somebody who
Warren just catches it in the Lesmo 1, going into Lesmo 2.
Yeah.
Wonder if that's just
Good catch as well.
wonder if it's just a small mistake on his end, or if his rear tires are already starting to give out.
gosh, I hope not. Not 42 minutes in. That's a long way back. But I wonder with Olsen, it's very strange that he's a long way back.
Yep, he's
a
just
long way back.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, the pace isn't. It's pretty much what you would expect judging by Paganini, Warren, and Olsen's qualifying times. I mean, we're looking at a best of 49.7, which is almost a second slower than his quali time, if I recall. So
Which isn't bad with the amount of fuel.
Exactly. So we're looking pretty much on pace. So the fact that Olsen now is over 12 seconds behind the leader, maybe a little bit of damage that we got that we maybe didn't catch earlier.
Warren's way off as well. I'm not sure what's going on there, guys.
Yeah, well, I mean,
we'll keep it.
Yeah, well, I mean, Warren did slide out in that Lesmo turn that probably cost him about at least a half a second just on that. But I mean, Paganini won't complain. He's just going to continue pulling away.
Hey, look, you're just doing some hot laps for now, as far as Paganini is concerned.
Exactly. He just has free air in front of him and is just going to do his thing. We got teammates following each other here. Mark, DC, and Acom, both in the Bentleys.
Acom. That was some brave braking.
On the teammate, no less. So
I mean, that's awesome though for these guys as a team. I mean, that's going to be some big points for these guys.
Oh yeah, if they can just keep cruising like this, they are 6 seconds ahead of the next contender, Mummery, in the Porsche 6. So they can definitely look to maybe even pit together if they're in comms and plan that and just come back out together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Other than that, do we have any close?
I tried to do team orders. It kind of worked. It didn't work out for me, but it worked out for my teammate. That's the important thing.
Alright, well, we got...
We also have... Go on.
Yeah, I was about to say we got Leatherwood, followed closely by Pellerin.
Yeah, so it looks like Maya made that pass in Leatherwood and was sort of taken off at the moment, dropping another half a second through sector 1. So looks like Leatherwood's maybe just trying to nurse it through again, probably just getting used to the weight of the car, I suppose.
Yeah, it is possible. I mean, Pellerin is one of the faster drivers as well, so...
gonna try and make it
looking for
it there after the Lesmo one.
Oh,
into
a little contact. Oh, a little bump there by both of them.
Oh no.
Oh, very ambitious there.
Well, I think Pellerin did have overlap, so it probably was deserved a bit of room there. But it's difficult through that Lesmo too. I mean, you're both running wide, you're both trying to maximise your exit speed. I mean, it looks like we've had another victim into Ascari just ahead of him as well. It looks like he's still there at the moment, so let's see who...
that was Beckstead, I believe. Well, car 152.
Yeah, unlucky. I love the livery there, Beckstead. We've still got our 4 packs at the moment. So
yep, everything seems to be still pretty much stable on that end. We have Ghislaine Smith. Oh,
turn 1.
Okay, and Beckstead looking to pit. Let's go with Parkinson.
We got a turn 1 incident as well at the moment.
I'm looking. I think that was Mark Allen. Oh, another one. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he's still off. Gordon Beverly Jr. Now, I think they had just come out of the pits, so I wonder if that was a case of coming out of the pits there and potentially they're going slow.
Maybe just missing the brake marker out of pits.
Maybe, yeah.
I made the same mistake in the practice race, just flew past the 100-meter bird. Oh, Pellerin?
What is going on there? Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there because the blue car just sort of went slow as well, and I think Pellerin just came through and said,
yeah, he's like, thank you very much, yes. And up to P14 for Pellerin, just cutting through the field like butter at the moment, trying to make a run for top 10 potentially.
I think if it looks like Gordon Beverly's having some real issues there, they're still now nursing it through by the looks of it. I wonder if it's maybe a hardware issue. They might have sorted it out. It looks to be up to speed now.
Yeah, he seems to be just not losing
too
much time.
Go back one more. 7, the driver behind him. Muntean.
We got... Sorry, did you say P7 or?
No. It's all good. So Yeah, we've got a few people in the pit. John Barnes in the pit at the moment. I think there's another one with him.
Yeah. Oh, we got the first. Yeah, we got Corey Colt in the pit actually. We got Neely pitting as well. I believe they were part of those few trains that we mentioned earlier, so they felt felt unnecessary to continue battling and still losing time on the other packs in front of them, so decided to pit immediately and take their chances in coming out with clean air.
Some interesting defensive move from Murray though. I think it might be slightly illegal with the double movement, but that's fine. Keep it going as long as it's safe. I think there's no contact, and May reacting well behind as well to stay behind. So let's see if we can come back to fight another day with May.
Yep. May will definitely, if he has the pace to catch up to him, he'll get another shot within the next few turns or few laps.
Definitely. I think, with that Bentley, if you can get within the slipstream of the car ahead, all you've got to do is sit there and wait for a straight, and you're pretty much going to take on the straight, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, and while these guys are battling, we have the people coming out of the pits that we mentioned earlier. Who do we got?
It looks like we had a Lesmo 2 incident. Still out there at the moment, still in yellows.
Yeah, it was car 556. That was Charlon, but
I tell you, these corners are claiming some souls today, aren't they? Crikey.
we have Corey Colt still in pits though at the moment, repairing damage maybe.
Maybe. It looks like they're moving now, so they must have been doing damage as well.
Okay, we got.
Which is fine.
Yeah, we got Mark DC pitting in P7, first of the top 10 to pit.
All right.
Okay,
we'll see when they come out.
Yeah, we'll see when he comes out. So far, Warren. That was.
No, I was going to say, it looked like there was something going on there into turn 1. That pack just going through turn 1 now, or the first chicane.
Yep.
So I think that's Mummery, I think. So P5.
Yep.
Yeah, or just behind him actually. JP May's really trying to make a move. Is it?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, and he.
Oh, so that's a back marker. That's a back marker.
Hopefully he didn't lose too much time on Mummery in front of him, so he can go battle again. And we got Santos in P9, Pellerin in pits as well. I'll be curious to see where Mark DC ends up after his pit.
100%. The thing is, on Monza, it's such a short track. Like it's a 30-second. We're probably, when it's all said and done, about 49 seconds. So it does look like his pit's going to be good. Looks like it's going to be very good. It comes down to 10th.
Yep. Okay. Dropping down. Okay. It's not too bad considering he started 7th, I think, when he went in. So a very decent pit.
Yeah. And he's still ahead of all the other ones that have pitted as well. So we'll see. Pellerin's in the pits as well at the moment, I can see.
Yep. Pellerin pitting. And at the moment, we also have. That's not what I wanted to do. Yep. So we go back to the leader here. I mean, lead seems to be pretty stable for the last while. It's been around that 2.5, 3 second mark for a while. Oh, we have someone 787.
We've got one at Lesmo 2 and we've got one at Parabolica. Take your pick.
And I can't click, so I just have to scroll through. Is there a shortcut
scroll through?
And
only the double clicking, yeah.
No, I can't. Is there a shortcut to change cars? But no. Oh well.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, and we'll just.
There's Charland again. Was it maybe struggling a bit?
Yep. I mean, he is 2 laps down at the moment. So definitely had some issues earlier. Probably had to repair some damage or something like that.
It's something interesting with the McLarens that I've noticed, like certainly in Division 3, and I think it was true of Division 6 when I did their first commentary on round 1. The McLarens are super fast over a hot lap, but over the course of a race, I just think they become really hard to manage, and I think you can see now. McLarens were quite high up during the qualifying, but now it's only Olsen and Zipperburn Senior really keeping up in those top positions. So
yeah, no,
I think they can be a handful.
No, for sure. But I think McLaren, I mean, as we saw last season, just a very balanced car, no glaring weaknesses, so it performs well on pretty much any week of the calendar.
Yeah.
And Warren
Still,
actually.
the guys are staying out. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, I'd say they are staying out, but I think Warren is starting to smell blood here. He's under 2 seconds. He's maybe trying to catch Paganini. Maybe he thinks that his tires are a little bit less worn and closing that gap. If I'm Paganini,
even Olsen is as well.
Exactly. I mean, if I'm Paganini and my tires are starting to get worn and I see that gap getting shredded lap per lap, now would definitely be a good time to just pit and get on some fresh tires as soon as possible. We're definitely within the logical pit window for this strategy.
Yeah. I think, to be honest, if Paganini pits now, I'm looking at the track map. Let's think. So probably comes out of the back of all that traffic into that open
Exactly.
space.
It is about
Don't
a
quote me for that,
60.
if he's listening.
I think it's a 64-second pit approximately. We have actually the
Is it?
yeah.
Okay.
We actually our first top 5 in the pits. We have JP May.
All right. I also noticed as well, initially Acon was ahead of Mark DC, but it looks like the positions are reversed again. So whether that's team orders or whether that's just a mistake on Acon's side, I have no idea. But yeah, DC's still at the front. So where is DC on the map then? He's number 333.
Yep, he's
He's come around Parabolica now.
I'm just coming. So JP May should be in front of DC.
I don't know. I think it's going to be close.
Oh, okay. He was. Yeah, he was. He was actually pretty far in the pit. He just started accelerating here. No, I think he'll just miss it. It's going to be very close.
Here he comes.
Oh,
yeah. No. DC's done the undercut.
Exactly, and Zipperburn Senior is still in the pits, and another really long pit. Not sure if it's damage on their end as well, but
I mean, it might be. You never know. If
and
Monza.
Oh, and actually Warren in the pits now. So actually,
so Warren's definitely going for the undercut.
Yeah, I mean, if Paganini trying to drops the ball and doesn't pit, Warren definitely will get it. And if he was catching him on used tires, then he'll definitely be able to make up maybe a second or two on fresh tires, unless Paganini pits immediately on his next lap.
I think you got to respond. If you're Paganini, you got to respond on this next lap.
Yeah, you have to be aware and see that, noticing that your rivals that were following you by 2 seconds are pitting. Got Caesar. That's the back marker, probably.
I think must be, yeah. Oh, or it was just. Oh no, they're
just pitting. Okay.
That's fine. Now I'm interested as well. So where is Ghislaine Smith at the moment?
Ghislaine Smith is running 10th at the moment. That's actually not bad at all, considering the start of his race. 10th, and there's still 5 people yet to pit. Of course, he is approximately a lap and a half behind in 10th position, but we'll be able to know more once we get all the pits done.
Going through Ascari now, so those two guys are still, they haven't gone green yet, so they're still pitting. They're still at least either driving to the pit box or they're in the pit box.
Yep, slowly but surely the rest of... Yep, there's only 5 people left that haven't pitted from what I see here, so... and now there's Pizzuto and Mayer in the pits, and... Oh, and then Paganini's pitting, well. Paganini pitting.
Yeah.
But Warren still...
massive upgrade here going through.
Yeah, and I mean, Warren's still 3rd even after his pit. So we'll see if he'll be able to battle for the lead after this. Olsen's still yet to pit.
Well, this would be where we need to see. So Paganini's gone into the pits. I think something happened to Warren maybe, because he's a long way back.
Yeah, so I'll try to find Paganini on the list. Okay, Michael Olsen actually leading theoretically now, but he's probably just in front of Paganini. There he is. He'll probably get going in a second. He's been in there for a while.
Let's keep an eye. So he's number 69, so he's just come through his Ascari. Goes onto the back straight now. It's still Paganini, still got the yellow marker next to his name, so we know that he's still pitting for the time being.
Yeah, but Warren coming. Okay, there he goes, and Warren just going into Parabolica now. I think he gets.
It's gonna be close.
Yeah. I mean, he was at the start since he finished on pole, so he's already done with his pit. He'll be a few seconds in front of Warren. We'll see what the final is. Starting to accelerate.
It's going to be much. It's not going to be much.
Yeah, it'll be a few seconds at most.
But then you got to think Paganini's going to go out there. He's not on warm tyres, so again, Warren's still
Here
there. He
comes
is.
Warren. Yep, here
He goes like that right up.
Yep, so maybe a 2-second lead approximately. And we got Olsen, that's Parkinson. We got Olsen coming out of the pit now. Parkinson quietly, yeah, all the way up to 3rd. But he hasn't pitted yet, though. He's the last to pit.
He hasn't pitted.
True, true.
But I mean, again, going back to Smith, they're at 8th place. That's just fantastic, to be honest. From what was it, 24th? I think
Yeah, he was like pretty much dead last at the start of the race after that accident. So just keeping it together and going to get those positions just goes to prove that just need to keep your nose. And he's not even that. He does have a pretty substantial gap to 7th, but 15 seconds with 26 minutes to go isn't out of the realm of of possible to catch up, and we'll see what happens now.
If I was Smith, I'd get the Hans Zimmer on the Spotify playlist, or a big crescendo, a big build up.
Exactly. Plus, we also have what?
You just went a bit wide there.
Because if Smith is able to catch up to Acom, and then May is not too far ahead either, and then we got DC and May that are trailing each other, so that'll definitely slow DC and May down if they keep battling each other. So yeah, I think Smith has a real shot at maybe even cracking the top 5 if he gets some good laps. Oh, that was nice. Mark DC just kind of concedes the position to May. Didn't put up much of a battle there.
Didn't try it.
They are a 10-second behind Olsen, so if they want any chance of catching him, I think just putting a truce and letting one guy by to try and catch the person in front isn't a bad strategy.
No. And also sometimes, if somebody's a lot faster and they're going to catch the guys in front, sometimes it can be a bit of a strap. Let them go ahead, let them fight it out, catch up with both of them, and then try and make some.
Exactly.
So
definitely.
It's not the worst.
It's 100% a viable strategy. It's definitely it's either or strategy is a lot better than battling each other. And not only do you not catch up, but you can also let people catch up to you in the back.
Yeah. Oh, looks like we've had a Muscari incident back there. Can't see the numbers.
Yeah.
469.
Oh. So that was Mummery and 469.
No. I think
it's too late now. Oh well.
Yeah, they will solve themselves.
Okay. And Warren actually catching up slowly but surely to Paganini. It was about a 3-second lead out of the pits, and it's now down to 1.7, 1.4.
I think we had our answer as well with Olsen. Olsen must have had some damage because they're quite far back now compared to Warren. So I think they must have not only been suffering with the damage, but pitting as well.
JP made quite a bit back, but just puts in the fastest lap of the race at a 49.55.
Gosh, he means business. Go on, JP. Let's see what you got.
Exactly. So with Mark DC letting him pass to get that clean air in front of him to hopefully be able to catch up to Olsen seems to be paying dividends at the moment.
Now, am I going crazy? Right? I'm pretty sure Neely has already pitted like a couple of times.
Yeah, was there maybe an incident that we missed? Was that maybe the car that spun out and had some damage and a Ascari maybe?
Might have been a Ascari, yeah, because
Neely...
they were in 20th, so... Oh yeah, look at the front of that car.
Yeah, exactly. I see that hood putting up there, sadly.
Yeah.
Happens.
Happens.
And Cole definitely had some damage in his pit because all the way down to 23rd at the moment, so he was definitely nursing some damage as well earlier.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out as well to Muntean. So I remember in Division 1, Muntean had in Division 6 in the race 1, Muntean had an absolute nightmare, and I felt that myself, to be honest. But they're up to 22nd place right now, so really good drive. Really fantastic drive. So it's good to see that improvement over the season for us.
I mean, especially in a field this, and especially in a field this small. I mean, even if you're dead last and you get some major issues, just finishing the race and getting a few positions at the end can make or break.
Exactly.
Maybe a championship or a team championship chance.
Exactly. Now, I don't know if Neely is still stationary in the pits. I think this might be a box permanent box situation for Neely.
Yeah.
Unless they are just repairing massive damage.
Yeah, it has been a while. Oh no, there he goes. He's gonna keep racing.
Oh, he's good. Good on you, Neely. I see Rob Warren going fastest as well, and now closing the gap to 0.6 behind Paganini.
I mean, 49.18 is about 4/10 faster than what May had put as a fastest lap a few seconds before. Right on, right on Paganini's tail going into turn 1.
Yep.
This will definitely
going into traffic as well.
This is definitely going to be the battle to watch out for in the next few laps to see if they can catch.
Has somebody told Parkinson that he needs to pit? Does Parkinson know this is a mandatory pit race?
I mean, I guess we shall find out in the next 21 minutes. Oh, a little exit there.
Oh, who's that?
I would like to be able to click on it, but I cannot.
I think we're looking at 704. Aston letting somebody go by.
Yeah, that was car 704. That was Gordon Beverly Jr. that exited.
So I wonder if they got tangled up there and going into T1. Ultimately giving Olsen the position.
Yeah, I mean, he probably recognized that he's on. His tires are probably rolling on the rim by now, so. Oh, and
they are slick.
We got Warren down to almost a quarter of a second back.
Now the thing is, this is Bentley on Lexi, so I don't know who's going to win in the straight line, but I guess we're about to find out because Bentley's going to have a slipstream.
Okay. Back marker, just letting them both pass.
Good, yeah. He's gaining, but not a huge amount. You gonna look down the inside? No, he thinks better of it. Good decision, I think.
It would all come down to the exit from parabolic on that long straight to see if anyone comes out on top all the way to T1.
Yeah. It didn't look like either of them lost their grip as well, so that's great. And I think Paganini's now going to try and break that slipstream.
Warren is catching up slightly on that straight, though.
Yeah, definitely. And going into braking, I think he's braking a lot deeper than Paganini as well. So let's see. Yeah, look at that.
Within one car's length when they brake for T1, definitely. Oof. Almost touching his bumper there.
I think in the end that kind of compromised Warren's exit a little bit. But I mean, the gap it's just physics, isn't it? The gap is still 0.3, so it's still right on him.
All it takes is one small mistake and give the window to Warren for him to take the lead. A little bit of dirt there for Paganini.
Like that.
Exactly, a little bit of dirt there.
That. Now is Warren brave enough to try it through the Lesmos?
Okay.
He's keeping behind him. Quite right too. Wait until the straight.
Exactly. Not particularly good turns by either of them. Oh, but Warren with a slightly better exit.
Might be yeah. Now this is going to be huge defensive work. So they're going into Ascari. Neither car particularly great over the bump, so they're going to have to think about that. As Paganini tries to squeeze Warren there.
Okay.
As they go into the first exit, Warren giving plenty of space, but ultimately on the inside there, Paganini.
Oh, Warren in the dirt.
Yeah, Warren goes. Yeah, I think what happened there.
Oh no!
Oh
no! Brad, Charlan, no.
Charlan, Brad.
That's tragic. Hopefully Warren doesn't have too much damage.
I think that's Olsen.
And here comes Olsen in the blue and orange.
Oh. I think that's unlucky, you know, from both Brad's point and from Rob's. I mean,
100%.
It's an unfortunate sequence of events. Meanwhile, we give you the update on Parkinson. 17 minutes left in the race and still out. So it's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to. I mean, we'll see. Oh, well, and as we see it, he's listening to the stream. Surely.
Yeah. So we've got another Ascari victim, 7-5.
It's Justin Montine. Oh, you spoke about him earlier, telling him how much of a good race, exactly how much of a great race he was having. But
I'm so sorry, I've ruined it, Justin.
Okay, we have actually a pretty close battle for 13th with Mummery and Beckstead, I think it was. There we go. within about 3/10. Oh, into the wall, Beckstead. The caster curse.
We need to go back to the podcast. We need to go back to just, you know, doing the.
Oh, another one? Oh, we got another one. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Takes out Pizzuto and Lombardo. Oh.
Who would? Oh, brother, you gotta hold your brakes. Leatherwood, you gotta hold your brakes, brother.
Oh. Can he drive straight? No, and I think his steering is done.
Yeah.
His steering is done.
That's a meatball. That is a meatball flag for Pizzuto, I think. Oh my goodness.
Okay, well.
So we're still having issues a bit further back. These guys are about to catch up with the yellow flags.
Exactly. Now the big story would also be.
Oh, what was that we just saw as well?
John
it's all going on. 16 minutes left. Everybody's
battling. No one is giving up an inch. Yeah, we got Leatherwood at us. Damage is rolling very slowly. Pizzuto just limping to the pit. Hopefully he doesn't cause any trouble for JP May that's on his way. That still has maybe a chance to catch Olsen. I don't know how far back he is.
Let's see, is he crossing the line? Is he crosses?
Oh, 13 seconds.
So it's 13. Maybe. A long way.
But Olsen catching up to Warren in second because of the damage that was caused earlier by the accident.
Yes.
That gap has just melted, and now he's only 1.4 behind. So I'm not sure if he'll be able to hold him off for 15 minutes if he has damage.
Well, that's it. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. Depends on how much. I'm still in shock and trying to recover from what we've just seen over the last few laps. Oh, it's all going so well. But I'll give a shout out again to Ghislaine. They're up to 7th now. Ghislaine, I should say, not Ghislaine. Ghislaine's up to 7th, so just keeping it clean, managing to avoid any of this drama with the back markers.
Yeah, just being very consistent. I mean, when you're that far back, there's no need to put in the hottest lap of the race. Just be consistent, be within a decent pace, and we just see that it pays off from pretty much last in a tragic event on T1 all the way up to 7th. He is also
950. Let's boot to Lismo 2.
No, other way. That's ACOM. Okay, that's a pity. He was having a very good race too, sitting in 6th, and now we got Smith. Speaking of Smith, exactly.
Sniffing out 6th place.
Exactly, that 15-second gap that looked almost insurmountable with only 14 minutes to go. Didn't notice if ACOM actually got damage from that spin or not.
No idea. But it just goes to show you, boys and girls, watching this from home, you don't give. Oh, and there you go.
Yeah, potentially a little bit of damage because he definitely didn't take that last bend of the Ascari as he would have expected. So yeah, just Smith up to 6th.
And as I said, it just goes to show you guys, it doesn't matter what disaster happens, keep it going, and with a bit of savvy driving, you can really do some good.
So what do we got here? We got Warren still nursing his 2.5 lead on Olsen, trying to hold Olsen off. Just with pace. They have similar best laps and last laps within 0.2 of each other. So still has the pace.
So May's going to need around about a second a lap now to catch up with Olsen by the end of the lap. So we'll see. I mean, they're going to be battling Warren and Olsen, I assume. So it's definitely possible. It's not off the cards. If you're JP May, you're still got to try and put in his. What was the last lap time for him? I missed it. Just it went off the screen there. But
it was a 49.8. So looking at having slightly, and they were on 153 and 151. So it definitely has about 0.5 per lap just off of pace alone. So we'll see. Not impossible. He just needs to keep pushing.
As we see, anything can happen. So.
Exactly. But the decision for May at that point would be does he push and try to get that 13-second gap that's possible but unlikely, or just try and keep his position? Because if he makes one small mistake, that 6-second gap to Mark DC in back of him can melt. So
Yeah,
There's also
exactly.
that. Does he want to again to play it safe and keep his position, or try and push to that P3?
Still catching my breath. It looks like ACOM is still on the backside there of Smith. I imagine at this point, you know, Smith's been on these tyres now for like the last 50 minutes. So
That is also
they're gonna
true.
be screaming, right?
That is also true that Smith pitted within the first 10 minutes, I believe, of the race. So he's been on these tires for 40 minutes already, approximately.
Yeah.
But still gaining on ACOM. He was right behind him a second ago, and now we're up to 1.5 seconds for Smith. So even on 40-minute-old tires, still being able to outpace his counterpart.
I mean, I'd say at this point, oh, you know, no chance of catching him fifth. But again, we don't know at this point. Anything could happen.
Oh, for
We'll
sure.
see. But yeah, it looks like Warren's holding Olsen at his pace. So that's interesting.
Yep, so we got Warren 550 flat last lap, and Olsen a 49.5. So 0.5 on top of last lap though, but for some reason still not catching him. Maybe he had a small slip up in this lap.
Must have.
Okay.
And I see Alan is back in the pits as well.
Oh, huge
Okay.
again on Parabolico. This might be the move. Oh, and he just gets out of
I
the
think
way.
Warren's just getting out of the way, is he?
I mean, he might know that he has a damage. Maybe. Oh no, he's okay. Still battling for it. He's not giving it. Oh, okay, there it is.
He's giving it. He's giving it. Yeah.
Good man. They don't. I mean, they're both on the podium, so they don't want to ruin anyone's race at the moment.
No, and still at the end of the day, if you're Warren, I mean, your team's finishing third and fourth. This is still some great points to be done. You know, okay, you've got to give up second, but I mean, what is that on the points board? I don't think that's got a lot of points you're giving up either. So.
No. I mean, well, I mean, in the first positions, it's you know, it gets exponentially smaller as you go down. But at the end of the day, even if you give up like 8 or 10 points just to make sure that you both finish the race, that's the most important part. We got ACOM still following Smith.
Yeah. So down to 0.6 now, is it? So, no, 1.9.
Oh,
so
okay, yeah.
ACOM must have had a slip in Parabolica, maybe.
Yeah. Try to look at maybe some people that haven't had any eventful races. I mean, Quiet Force. We got Michael Santos sitting in 8th. Haven't seen much.
Deadly,
Exactly,
I mean,
haven't seen him much today, but just, you know, being consistent. Same as Smith, just keeping his position, going through the pack when other people make their mistakes. Pellerin, same thing. He started way back in the field, and now he's in 9th.
Well, and he had the contact as well.
Exactly,
so
yeah, that's why he started.
really done
Him
well.
well, he started way back with kind of where Smith started as well. So yeah.
Yeah, some fantastic drives. And our silver leader at the moment, so we expected, or Coach predicted, you know, it's difficult for Coach because Smith has had, in terms of gold, a fantastic drive, right? And so definitely hasn't had a bad drive at all, but I just think, you know, circumstances dictated that it wouldn't be a win today. But remind me, who was the silver pick for the Coach Jeffries Academy?
Oh, the silver pick was Colt.
Corey Cole again, just a victim of Monza, unfortunately.
Exactly. That's just. I mean, that's just Monza racing. Okay, we got ACOM out a little bit.
He's definitely struggling, I think. ACOM. So he must have some damage, or at least maybe a bit of wear in the tires going into these final minutes.
But he's just seen that, you know, the clock ticking down and the gap to Smith not changing, so maybe making a few bold moves. But the
thing is, I think. I'm sorry, go on.
I was about to say we have Warren, and Warren actually passed Olsen. He actually repassed Olsen. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Interesting. Okay. So so he's not dead. You let him pass on that front straight, but he said, "Oh well, if I have the pace to pass you, I'll just pass you again, buddy."
Yeah, why not? No second chances.
Speaking of Olsen.
Well held, is it? Well held.
Got it. He held it. Good job.
Good job.
But
I'd be 100% in the barrier there.
But with how close they are in space, that second that he lost spinning, that might just put the nail in the coffin if Warren can just keep, you know, his pace steady and keep on the track to 1.7 gap now. We'll just go through
Bit take you through a story, but that's okay. No, it's fine.
Going through the
JP
field.
May catching them as well. Again, when you think about that gap that originally was there, it's definitely not 12 seconds anymore. So something must have happened between the two when Warren overtook, because that gap has shrunk. That's going to be a big chunk off.
Oh, and Pellerin up to 8th, actually. What happened to Santos? Oh, what happened? There's someone that lost ACOM. No? Who?
So Smith was up to 6th.
Yeah, well, what happened then? Who did we lose then? March? Olsen?
Not sure.
May, DC, Smith, ACOM, Santos. Okay, it was maybe just a bug with the... Okay, oh well. Got Lombardo the Trooper, keep going. Even if he's last, he'll finish the race and get 22 points. Still isn't bad points for the championship. No. It's still not to be... Yeah, it's not to be underestimated.
I mean, if you're ACOM right now, you're 7 seconds ahead of Santos, who's your nearest competitor. You know, if I was ACOM, I wouldn't worry about necessarily challenging Smith. That's not
100%. Exactly.
Not your championship. You know, sometimes it's easy to lose sight of that. But with these final few minutes, where your tires are sort of worn and everything else, people are going to be a bit, squirrely in the corners as well. You just got to try and put things into perspective and. You're leading your class right now, which is just fantastic. So just do me a favor and don't, lose it trying to challenge Smith, please. Somebody goes yellow there and somebody's off. I think is that Bob Starman again?
That's Lombardo.
And Lombardo, what's happened?
Wonder if that'll just end his race though. 6 laps down. Going to pits. 5 minutes. Oh, he's just gonna go for it. Okay, he's just gonna go for the end.
He just had to drop a quick text. That's fine. You just parked it up. Safe driving. Text first, whilst you parked up and then get going again. That's all cool. And it looks like Olsen's 1.2. So the biggest, the closest gap that we've got. Everyone seems pretty spaced out right now. It looks like we've got a pack maybe, who's that, is that 272, is it? I'm trying to look.
Trying to see.
Just crossing over the line now. I think it might be...
Yeah, they're not...
I think it might be laps though, that's the
thing.
Just
lap. There's JP May, Mark DC is way back. Yeah, it's just lap traffic. We got Mark Allen in 20th, but trailed by Beverly in 15th. Following 50, so that's just a clump, but just back markers. But we have ACOM trying to pass a...
Okay.
Okay.
Well, he said, I hear you, Queasy, but respectfully, shut up.
What do you know? Okay, and, okay. Over the curb. Is he going to let him pass? That would be the respectful thing to do. Yes, okay, good man, good man.
And what did we learn, ACOM?
Okay, yeah, and then as you mentioned, except this battle here between 6th and 7th, and keeping an eye on Olsen trying to catch back up to Warren, gaps are pretty large all around the board, so there's not much going on.
And you know what as well, I've got to give credit to these guys. No drive-thrus so far. Hopefully I haven't cursed anyone, but no drive-thrus. No top go 30, so everybody's pitted correctly.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, that's great. That is true, though. 0 drive-throughs, 0 stop-and-goes.
Rare moment. Save the date in your books, guys.
But to not to remove any credit from them, but Monza, not many places you would go out of bounds. Maybe on the Lesmo curves, if you go slightly outside.
Yeah, Lesmo.
Because other than that, I don't really see, unless you would cut a chicane and just gain time there purposely. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe Parabolica too, if you go a little bit outside.
Ooh.
And
speaking of, looks like we've got somebody who's come off at Parabolica.
What do we got?
Quick cycle.
Beverly Jr.
Beverly Jr. Stopping the text again by the looks of it.
Exactly. Maybe that's what caused the accident. Ghislaine Smith battling ACOM on that straight. That seems to be their bread and butter, where they've passed each other a few times already this race.
Yeah.
Just going back and forth there. But Ghislaine now with those tires that are almost well over 50 minutes old. Oh,
he's gone over.
or no. Oh, the little
No,
bump.
no,
okay.
no.
Okay,
You
let's
gotta
him
give
pass.
that, yeah. He's done the right thing.
Yeah, but that's the second time ACOM loses it and goes into the bumpers on the first chicane. It's maybe having trouble
also
with
have
tire wear as well.
Lesmo 2.
Okay, there's a few accidents here. That's still Gordon on Parabolica.
Yeah.
And there was a slight issue here. That was Olsen. Olsen.
Olsen's.
Olsen down
that's
to
GG's,
Olsen down to 4th, and JP May actually gets the podium position with 1:30 left. That's crazy.
Just pushing too hard.
Okay, final lap. Confirmed.
Final lap. This is where we find out if people made sure they put enough fuel in the cars, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
My heart bleeds for you, Olsen.
Hopefully they didn't make the same mistake as me.
Did you run out? Did you?
Yes, yeah. I was second and I ran out of fuel and I finished 5th because of it. Crossed the line with 0.1 liters of fuel yesterday. Okay.
Well, this is it. I mean, it looks like I think WG is just hanging out on Parabolica now, just sort of.
Yeah, just chilling, just waving at everyone, encouraging them to finish the race. Okay, well, let's look at Paganini here. Hopefully he can just take it home. 10 seconds ahead of Warren, probably not a contest. We just needs to finish it slowly but surely. Hopefully no problems with the back marker. Cleveland Leatherwood.
Not again.
We're looking at you, Cleveland. Okay, very.
He's letting him pass.
Yeah, very slow just to make sure the leader goes and goes ahead safely.
Well, just like Paganini, then stick to him and you take us home, Alexander.
Exactly.
Goes down the back straight.
Let's give him his final hurrah for the last turn here, going into Parabolica.
It's a quick one. Olsen's pitted. He's returned to the pits.
Oh, has he? Did he have steering damage? That's tragic.
That is.
But was he just unable to do the last lap?
No idea.
I mean, even if your steering is completely shot, you can probably still do the last lap within 2 minutes, or like maybe 2:10. But yeah, but congrats to Paganini. Then we'll have Rob Warren. Yeah, Paganini.
We're gonna drag him into the drivers into the post-race chat,
and we'll ask
first
him.
Question is going to be how
do we spell your name? Yeah.
And there's Rob Warren as well, finishing off a solid drive, Rob. Fantastic racing, and look, your teammate's going to come home just about behind, which is fantastic as well. Congratulations, JP May. These are guys, former D5 guys, bringing it home, which is great to see. Well done.
We got another Bentley actually. Top 3 of the top 4 all Bentleys.
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
And
I think we saw where the BOP helped out.
And actually, Olsen, ACOM's not going to let him have this 50 easily. Does he get a last run on him, maybe?
Must have.
Oh, okay. Oh,
there you go. Well, I mean, a fantastic race by Glenn Smith there. Wow, fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, ACOM with less than 2/10 behind him, they battled right to the end. But yeah, from last to 5th, pretty much almost in podium striking distance.
Crazy.
If he would have had those fresh tires, he would have potentially gotten it. So we got Pellerin finishing. Now the whole order is a bit scuffed. So yeah, so we have Zipperburn.
But congratulations as well to. Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh yeah, no worries. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, congratulations were due to ACOM as well. Fantastic race to win the silver classification. So, you might feel like you've only come 6th or whatever it was, but no, you've won your classification. So, congratulations on that as well. For our D6 silver race winner, Charlotte.
Doing some donuts.
Got some extra fuel to burn through.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, people are already leaving the server, so
that's it. So let's focus back over to the intermission.
Yep. And let's go get our top 3.
Absolutely. That'll be your domain for the time being. Dragging them across.
Yeah, let's go do this.
Are they in the? Have we got people in there? Yeah,
Yeah,
Paganini's in there.
Yep, let's go get Paganini here. What room is he in? There we go. So which one are we in? Commentator extra.
That's it.
Let's go for the kidnap. Paganini, he's muted at the
Yes,
moment.
bring him in. Bring him in.
Hello.
Dave Paganini. I think you're still muted at the moment. We kind of hijacked you and kidnapped you into the commentator's booth. So hopefully you have a mic. There we go. Yeah, fantastic.
Yep,
Congratulations, Dave.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, the question that we're all asking us at the moment is, how do we pronounce your last name?
Okay. Technically, it is Paganini or Paganini.
Okay.
Either ways.
All right.
Yeah, we weren't too far off. Okay, cool, excellent. Well, yeah, well, congrats again. A really solid race. You had a small hiccup there at the start, but led for most of it. How did the drive feel on your end?
Pretty good. I mean, I just trying not to bin it on my own, you know. So, just keeping an eye on the people behind me, and letting Alexis do its
It
thing.
looked like you were struggling a bit, maybe with the higher fuel load at the beginning, but you seemed to found your feet. Was that what it was?
Yeah, this is the first time I've raced with SRA in the team series, so I'm not used to starting with 110. Or that's what I ran with. So I mean, I've done some practice with that fuel load, but it's
It's a different ball game when it's in the race. Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Mm-hmm.
And was there any? Now I'm trying to remember back to the beginning. So I think you escaped the initial sort of T1 incident, but I think you had a bit of a fight there with Olsen. Now you have to clear us up. So we missed, unfortunately, what happened at Parabolica towards the beginning. It seemed to be Olsen was out ahead, and then all of a sudden you and Warren were straight into the mix there. So what was it? Did Olsen go wide or?
Yeah, I think he slid out on Parabolica, and
Okay.
Yeah.
And you didn't. So, there was no contact there, was there? Or
no, he was actually he was actually pulling away from me a little bit. So I'm like, I gotta try and claw that back. So yeah, he just kind of slid out. By the time I got there, he was making his way back on track. So I guess it was a little luck on my part.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So, well, this is your first one, so congratulations on your first race and your first win as well. So that's awesome. And
thanks.
Before we let you get back to the debrief, which I think it's going to be good to be a fly on the wall of that one. But before we let you go back, have you got any shout outs? I don't know if you've got any friends, family watching, or teammates, or anything like that.
I don't know if anybody's watching, but I'll just shout out Nazers, which is another league that I race in, and I can thank a lot of the coaches over there for helping me to be able to keep it on the track.
Bring it up to the SRA. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And there's a lot of people in that go between SRA and Nazers, and both are great so far.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. What we'll do is we'll leave it to you to go back into the race chat. But congratulations again, and thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks. Congrats again.
Okay.
And
thank you.
Okay, so Rob Warren is actually running the reviews, so I won't kidnap him. So next in line is JP May.
All right, you take it away.
Hello, Mr. May. You have been kidnapped to the commentator's booth.
Oh no.
So, well, congrats on your podium finish. How did the race feel on your end?
Turn one was something. I hit a massive breeze right at that T1 right there. So that's why I was just trying to figure out where I was after that.
Yeah, well, pretty solid race on your end. I mean, you were running, you know, outside of podium reach for a while there, but you kind of just kept at it, and a few people made some mistakes and had some misfortunes of their own, and you just capitalized and took that at the end.
Yeah, I just try to be, you know, consistent. You know, that's just how it is. In D6, consistency is king.
I couldn't have said it any better. On your end, going into this week 4 Monza race, what were your expectations? Were you expecting to finish on the podium this week?
I think so. I thought Monza was a good track for me. In the practice race, I did pretty good, so I was feeling pretty good on with today's race. So, yeah.
Great, excellent. Well, on my end, well, congrats once again. Before we send you back to the review, was there anything, any shout-outs, anything else you would like to add?
I want to shout out my teammate. He was in second place, so that's pretty good for us in the team standing. So, yeah.
Well, great. Well, thanks for
You
joining
guys
us.
will rock it. Be at the top of the table. Well done, man. Great race. Great to see you guys at the top as well.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah.
See ya.
Thanks. Have a good one.
You too.
Okay, and one last person. Let's see here.
And since Rob is leading the driver debrief, why don't we try and grab in Jelaine Smith? Let's have a chat with them.
That's a great idea. That's exactly
drive.
what I was gonna suggest as well. Going from the back of the field all the way to the top. That's definitely worth a conversation. All right, I'll drag him in and I'll let you take it away with him.
Ghislaine, I still don't know how to pronounce it properly, but you have been kidnapped into the commentator's booth. First of all, bit of drama coming out of lap 1. Turn 1. Why don't you tell us about that? What happened?
Yeah, it by the sounds of it, it looks like somebody might have had a disconnect or a glitch, I guess. The first guy who rear-ended me, and it kind of basically hit me forward, and then I got hit again and spun around. But yeah, it was a bit frustrating, but I just kind of stayed there as much as I could, and then I tried to still, back out and get out to something decent, but I was pretty much almost last, I think. So it was tough.
Well,
that's
why we dragged you in, right? I mean, that's why you're here. We wanted to drag you in. I mean, what a fantastic drive from you, to be honest. I know you were picked from Coach Jeffries to take the win there for the goal, but these things happen. But we wanted to at least recognise, monster finish. And how did it feel in those last few laps? I know you were battling ACOM as well. On those tyres, how was that for you?
Yeah, it was tough because I pitted second lap pretty much because I had 20 some odd seconds of damage. I could barely steer, so I was pretty much done. So I had pitted second lap, so my tires were really struggling, and I didn't think I could hold them off, but for some reason I knew he'd always try and dive a little bit deeper than I would, and I just kept my line and just kept my race and just just hope that he would make a mistake, right? And yeah, it there was a few that I kind of struggled, but yeah, the tires were really hard at the end there, so it was awesome, tough. Dude. Yeah, it was a really good race. I mean, but it was a nail biter throughout. With those tires, I really struggled for the last 20 minutes. It was tough. I bet you did.
Well, did awesome. I mean, 6th place from, I think it was 24th. You came out of the pits at 24th, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, 24th. Yeah.
That's 18 places. That's awesome, dude. Yeah. But congratulations. And did you want to give a shout out to anybody? I mean, you didn't end up on the podium, but hell of a race. So definitely mark in the logbook.
Yeah, no, always good. I always give my shout out to Dorothy, my service animal, who just usually sits next to me and watches me race, and obviously my wife, who's always supportive. But yeah, all good. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, guys, having me on. And yeah, it was a tough race, but yeah, I'm happy about where I finished, so I'm good. Yeah,
good. Awesome. Well, we'll let you work your way back into the driver's booth. But yeah, congratulations again, dude. Well done.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Right. So that was Division 6 Race 4. So Alexander, what were What did you make of it overall?
Well, I mean, I predicted that Paganini was going to run away with it, so I'm quite happy about that. Maybe I'll be able to get some maybe some co-predictions with the coach, maybe. I think Sarver also predicted, the person I was mentioning earlier, that I predicted him to win it. He got a good battle out of it, though. A lot closer than I was expecting. I thought he was going to run away with it, but definitely some good battles all around the field. Sad event on T1, but that's kind of what we expect sometimes at Monza, but...
And a fun lap 22. Definitely one for the... to go back and have a look at. But,
definitely. I mean, there was like many incidents back to back, and we kind of cursed a few people also on our ends. We would just name them, and something would happen, kind of like some Final Destination stuff. But definitely a very entertaining race. I think for the most part, D6 continues to cement itself as a very clean division. We saw some very respectful battles, and when people knew it was gone, they would just let them pass and go for the battle the next part. And we also noticed that sometimes that's the move too. I mean, many times, especially the battle with Acom and Smith, they passed each other multiple times over the course of a few laps. It just goes to show that just because you're overtaken doesn't mean that your race is over. You can just go get the position back later.
Exactly. Well, I think that sums it up pretty well, to be honest. And guys, thank you for sticking with us, especially through the technical difficulties. I think Alexander, you've done an amazing job of hosting, especially with race control not playing its part either. Guys, if you're watching and you want to get involved with what we're doing here over at the Sim Racing Alliance, and you want to get involved in the SRA Nation and see if you can try out against any of the guys that you've seen today, check the links below, join the Discord, and hopefully we might see you in the next or upcoming races, or certainly the next season. So from myself and from Alexander, thank you. Come back with something that you definitely won't want to miss. We've got the Red Bull Ring. The weather predictions suggest it's going to be a wet one, so you're definitely going to tune into that one. Hopefully both of us will return with race control playing ball, and we will see you guys and all of these drivers for the Red Bull Ring. Thanks again, guys, and have a great night.